than, rather than how tiny I am. So yeah, in the top right position, spawning as the blue Zerg player, representing Scotland and the United Kingdom, we have JonnyRecco. And his opponent, down in the lower left, the red Protoss player from European FX Open, BabyKnight.
Yeah, two European players, and we really have to get into I-48 a little bit, Maddles.
Well, I hear it was pretty good. Like, I knew someone who went, and they were like, it was amazing. And I know you were there, Lurdian. What did you think?
Yeah, it was alright,
Of course, it was absolutely fantastic, and these two both beat 4GG in the group stages and knocked him out, and it was funny. But it wasn't funny for him, but it was quite funny for everyone else, and Reddit was not too amused by it. But aside from that, it was good fun. And so, these two never actually played each other. Well, they did, actually, in the group stage.
Yeah, they did, in the group stage. I've got it open.
Have you?
I've got it. Yeah, I do have it open. And the result of this match in the group stage was JonnyRecco beat BabyKnight 2-0.
Ooh.
Some interesting statistics for you there, ladies and gentlemen. So the last time these two played at an international podium, as I would say this is also, BabyKnight did not manage to take a single game off JonnyRecco. JonnyRecco beat him 2-0. So that is definitely something we have to take into account, because I-48 was less than a week ago. Or
it was less than a week ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No, it was over. We were just starting the finals about a week ago now.
Yeah, so it was about a week ago. So how have they evolved? We have seen BabyKnight play so many times. We've seen JonnyRecco play so many times. We know exactly what they love to do, when they like to do it. So we can really see if their playstyle has changed over the last week, which is, it's interesting because it's such a new game. Your playstyle actually does change over the course of a week in such a new game.
Things that are rather strong, rather weak, exploits and timings and things like that, and it's all good fun. But for the moment, the start is fairly normal. BabyKnight did go for that Nexus first, which is always good times, and it's one of his two builds. He usually goes Nexus first, or he gets a one gate expand, which he does a lot of pressure with. We saw it in the Challenger series. It can be exceptionally effective, so I'm just waiting to see how Recco responds to this, what he's going to be looking out for, because he knows BabyKnight well, and I think he will have done his research, because Recco, being teamless, wants to make good impressions on everyone at the moment.
Yeah, of course, him winning this show match in a convincing way, like taking it 4-0 or 4-1, that would be an amazing achievement for him once more. After doing so well at I-48, that's gonna... Oh, that probe is gonna go down. Yep, the Zerglings do catch up to it. That's a bit of an unfortunate situation there for BabyKnight. You always have such a good feeling, as a Protoss player, when you scout, you harass, you see the main base, you see the natural, you scout the third, you are a little bit of a nuisance, try to block the third a little bit, and then get your probe back home safely. That's such a good feeling, and it's, gets you a little bit sad when you lose that probe when it's halfway home.
It does. The probe, all he wanted to do is go and have a look around, and he died, which is never too much fun. Now, of course, that's something we haven't actually mentioned. This is a best of 7, not a best of 9, and that was due to some scheduling problems, but yeah, still a best of 7. I don't know, I'm in two minds, because obviously, as we mentioned, JonnyRecco did 2-0 BabyKnight at the ESET UK Masters last week, and as a result of that, everyone would probably say, oh, JonnyRecco's got this, but BabyKnight, he's a solid player. He's not, he's going to have learned from that. He's going to know what Recco likes to do, what his play style is, and is definitely going to be out for blood. So, I think this could be a very close series.
I think it could too, as we see Simulator 3 and 4 now finish up. But there's only 2 workers in each simulator, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. There's only 8 workers mining gas, and not 12, as you would normally see with 4 gases being taken.
Lurlian with the pro math skills there.
Yeah, this time around I did have it lined up.
It's counting time with Lurlian.
Yeah, we did it at I-48, didn't we?
Yeah.
I believe, we made a few counting jokes there. Oh well.
It was also in the pub quiz, we made quite a few counting jokes and things like that.
Oh, right, yeah, the pub quiz was so much fun. I was really happy I was actually there. I mean, at I-47, I didn't really I didn't know anyone at I-47, so I just, sat there and played ladder games and played different games while people were doing the pub quiz, and I was just, being a nerd and a solo nerd. And this time I was a group nerd, which is better than a solo.
I was a group nerd. It was always good fun. Now, we do have a little bit of pressure coming in here towards the third. These two Stalkers getting pushed back. Recco knows exactly how to deal with this. He's made precisely the number of Zerglings he needs, which is 13. It's unlucky for some. Of course, he did make 14. One died, but I was trying to make a pun. Now, the Mothership Core is taking a lot of damage very far, but it is going to get taken down.
Yeah, not even... what is that?
That's a time warp on the hatchery, because now the hatchery will go at half speed.
That hatchery is not going anywhere, guys. Look at that. It's trying to move out of the time warp, but it's just not managing to do so. It is even slower than it is normally. Oh my god, that's a slow hatchery. No, anyway, that was... We have to criticize BabyKnight a little bit for that. He should have placed that either on... Yeah, he should have placed that on the mineral line, where he would have actually delayed some mining and have done some very light economical
JonnyRecco, he's coming in with a lot of lings to punish this greedy third. This
he will not be able to.
Well, there's one cannon there, but there's a lot of Zerglings. So with the sentries, he will have to be forcing it back, but he's just threatening. And that's always fun. If that was a couple of seconds earlier before the cannon was down, that could have been very, very effective.
You're right, that cannon really saved him there. The sentries, of course, being pivotal. A single force field could have locked them in with the cannon and kept that base extremely safe. And JonnyRecco knows that. He's going to be falling back, getting a Spire, getting a Roachborn, getting a Macro Hedge, getting a fourth base. Wow, he's doing everything at the same time. Already up to 6 gases, and he is already up to 73 workers. He's hardly produced any army units apart from that group of Zerglings that we saw posturing at the third base.
Well, they are both playing very, very quickly, that's for sure. JonnyRecco's actually got 310 average APM this game so far. So he is definitely doing everything all at once for the moment. And what I really want to see is actually... I like seeing this, where he's just taking map control with the Lings, forcing his opponent back. We do have, at the moment, just one hallucinated Phoenix trying to get a scout out. Did see the macro hatch, but has not yet seen the Spire. So that lack of knowledge of the Spire is actually quite a good move, and I like the fact Recco put it at his third.
Yeah, very hidden, but also a little bit vulnerable, a little bit more vulnerable at the third base. But really, if you end up losing that third base as Zerg, the game is pretty much over anyway. So it's not that big of a deal to have the Spire. They're actually like the move. 10 mute is now on the way. A lot of Stalkers already out on the field. BabyKnight is playing the way that we're used to. Ooh, bit of a force field going down there to make sure that no surround can happen. Those Zerglings staying around. Basically putting on some pressure, delaying the fourth base out of BabyKnight a little bit. Does he really want to grab that fourth this early on?
Well, getting the fourth that early would be very bold, especially after the greedy third, and ultimately Protoss players can do a lot on 3 bases, but these Mutalisks are going to be very effective. There's only 9 Stalkers out against 11 Muters. With the Lings there, this could be a really good engagement. No, the Mothership Core goes down first, and that was a nice little snipe off there for JonnyRecco. He only actually ended up losing 1 Mutalisk.
Yeah, should have recalled there, kept the Mothership Core alive, kept all his units alive. Now he might end up losing a lot here. There's a lot of Zerglings and so many Mutas. BabyKnight overextending big time. So many Zerglings running in here, getting a full surround, and that could actually be the game.